All right, welcome back to another Japan Book Hunter. And today, my fine friends, we're gonna look at some hauls from my good friends, Jim Mahfood.
Guys, what is art? I'm Jim Mahfood. Check me out on my YouTube channel, Ink Pulp Live on YouTube. Also Trash Movie Bonanza. Follow all my shenanigans online. Sean, thank you so much for having me. And this is a drawing of Angry Sean with some fun creatures.
Dave Crossland.
Hi there. This is Dave Crossland, comic book maker, cartoon designer. I hope you enjoy the video. Be sure to check out my Substack, davecrossland.substack.com. And yeah.
And West Coast Davengers.
My channel, West Coast Davengers, I've got a podcast called Direct Edition. We're gonna take a look at some of our haul. And don't forget, subscribe to these boys' channels, West Coast Davengers.
Let's go. All right, boys, so Manga Quest continues, per usual. The people change, the books change, but the game is still the same, my friends. Let's go around the table, introduce everyone. Of course, Japan Book Hunter, I am Sean.
Yes, I am Jim Mahfood, freelance artist, comic book maker, and traveler of the world.
Now you are? Yeah, man.
You might remember me, I'm West Coast Avengers. I'm Dave, also the host of Direct Edition, a podcast about nothing and everything, and homie to all of these guys, and a fellow hunter, and I'm wearing my best Jar Jar Binks outfit.
Don't do the voice, please.
Oh, me sis.
I'm Dave Crossland. I am a comic maker, character designer for cartoons like Randy Cunningham, 9th Grade Ninja, and Solar Opposites. I'm just happy to be here. First time in Japan, first time manga questing. Let's do this.
Hell yeah, man. So what we decided to do is everyone's gonna go around the table and like bust out something that they picked up during this Manga Quest. We've been at it for over a week now. It's been a great time, and I wanted to start off because yesterday was my 50th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Birthday.
Yeah. And
50 Club.
yeah, man. And Jim was gracious enough to give me an original piece of art that is amazing. Of course, I had to take the one with Spider-Man with the amazing bulge. And if you've never seen it before, Spider-Man Shonen Magazine, 1970. The cover is by who, Dave?
This is John Romita, and then the spine is part of the cover for Amazing Spider-Man 57.
Yeah, there we go. And this is the most emo Spider-Man of all Spider-Men. Opens with, so in the Sun White edition, Brandon, you're gonna have to blur that. In the Sun White edition, it does not open with the origin story. It opens with our neighborhood Spider-Man fantasizing about a girl from high school and doing a little wanky, but they edited the wanky out of the magazine edition, because the magazine edition is for all ages. It's not seinen, it's shonen.
Yes.
So shonen manga can't have wanky. I think they edited out the weed party too.
The design of this is fantastic.
Oh, dude, I mean, from the get-go, you're like, this is an emo Spider-Man, you know?
What is he saying here? Like, what are some of those phrases that he's saying?
He's saying, like, my body is burning, because he's just turned into Spider-Man, right? He just got bit by a spider, and he's like, my body is burning. He's like, what's going on? He's like, what is it to be a hero? Like, stuff like that, you know? Like, he's really concerned about what it's going to be, and then he busts out the Spidey costume, and he goes to work training.
So good. He busts out the Spidey costume after he... Okay.
Yeah, so if you get the Masterpiece Edition, the original edition, it opens with the bite on the hand, the origin story, all of that stuff. And then you get him into training, and then later on, he starts going to Shinjuku weed parties and getting all like psychedelic and stuff.
This piece right here, this is homage from a John Romita piece, and a Ditko before John Romita.
That's a famous pose.
Yeah,
it's so funny to see like the elements they chose to take directly from the American source, but then the obvious Japanese manga part of it is so obvious that it's a great fusion of both.
My question on this panel, he's just standing on the needle of that tower.
He's on the Tokyo Tower. He is on the Tokyo Tower. And the Tokyo Tower was built in for the early 60s or mid 60s. So the Tokyo Tower wasn't that old then. You know, 1970 this came out, right? and then of course you get this is clearly like Shinjuku, and you have the Japanese houses in the background. It's got like very much like a Japanese vibe in the proportions. Very manga. Manga proportions, not comic book proportions.
And this is Ikigami, right?
Yeah, this is Ikegami Ryoichi. Of course, Crying Freeman.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, look at all that whiteout.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
for the lights, for the traffic and the cars.
Ah, dude, it's just such an amazing. And the good thing about the magazine editions is you always have these color opening like 12 to 15 pages, and then it'll go into one color afterwards, or sometimes two color then one color.
And then Sean, this was published when? Mid-70s?
1970.
1970.
1970, yeah. And this is out of my personal collection, so not for sale, my friends. No, no, no.
Yeah, don't get rid of this.
Yeah, see, he's all emoed out. Look at that.
It's fantastic.
I love how they rendered that shadow,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
the whole
Is,
background.
is that what he was looking at the beginning that they blacked out?
Well, he's oh no! So he's looking at the mag. He's sitting at his desk. He's thinking about a girl from high school who reappears multiple times throughout the manga.
Yeah, he's way more sexually liberated than the original Ditko Peter Parker. That was a very repressed character.
Oh, yes.
This guy at least is looking, he's got some girly mags, he's partying, he's like, wow.
he's hanging out.
He may be
Yeah,
emo,
man.
but he's really horny.
Well, and he's a teen, you know. He can't help himself, man. He's going through it.
Yeah.
I feel like the radiation probably like accentuated his libido too.
It might have been. So he gets bit by the spider, and then he starts getting all, you know, hot.
He's feeling it.
And he's feeling it, right? But the reason why I busted this out, my fine friends, is because look at this piece right here. Yeah, man. The Noriyoshi Orai covers of Spider-Man have Spider-Man as Michelangelo with a bulge just like this, which is amazing.
It's funny because in American superhero comics, that area is just like flat.
Yeah.
It has been for decades. But for me, when I draw my heroes, you're gonna see something.
There's something there.
Make it macho.
Yeah, you can't make it like, you know, like what are we, like making Greek statues over here or something?
Yeah.
Shrinking everything down?
Make it macho. It's okay.
Yeah.
This pose of Spidey and this guy right here is actually Dave Sim, the creator of Cerebus, the independent comic book out of Canada that ran for 30 years, 300 issues. And on the back of Dave's single issues of Cerebus through the 80s, most of the run, he would have like rock star photos of himself at signings, hanging out with floozy women,
Nice.
getting out of limousines at conventions. Like, he was a total player,
Nice.
total partier. And there's a photo on the back of one of the issues, and it's Dave Sim in this pose, standing next to a guy dressed as Spider-Man at an art show. And it's one of the funniest back covers of the entire series.
Oh, that's amazing.
Very strange and surreal. So I kind of homage that here. The Cerebus viewers, people that know what I'm talking about, it's kind of a deep cut. You'll get it.
Dude, it's an amazing piece. It's going to go up on the wall, of course, with all the other legends, because you are a legend, my
Thank you,
friend.
bro. Thank
It's
you.
amazing, dude. All right, what you got, Jim?
I'm going to start with original art. So we, Yasuyuki Tokyo Nitsu, I met this weekend at the Japan Art Expo.
Yes, sir.
And he was selling originals. He had a huge stack of originals, and they were so reasonably priced that I had to buy some stuff. So this is basically gag manga, right?
Yeah.
Like parody manga. So the Star Wars one, this one I just thought was so great. The fusion of the text and the expressions on these characters. It's just so well drawn. And at this size, the amount of work that's going in with like the hand-cut zipatone, it's just fascinating to me to see the process part of it.
It's crazy because you feel the zipatone here. It's so small.
Yeah.
It's just so small that he cut in there, you know?
I know.
And
And that's-
scraped in there.
The process is what fascinates artists about other artists' original art. So for me, I'm wondering, like, did he have an assistant that was actually just cutting all the zip? Because that feels like its own job on these pages. And doing the text.
The lettering.
So, and also, Sean, this text, like, it's printed directly on sticker paper?
Yeah,
I'm
so
assuming?
it's not sticker paper, it's just paper. So they print out all the text on paper,
Right.
cut it out, and then just glue it
they
on.
are
So,
gluing
but
it.
they're just gluing it,
Okay.
right? So a lot of times you'll get, you'll see the glue aftermarks here. So it gets drawn on first, like lettered in just like a little with pencil, and then they put some glue on it, and then they cut out the text to
Yes.
put over it, right?
I just thought they were skipping a step with the gluing, and they were like, "Oh, this is at least getting printed out on sticker paper," but probably not.
No,
they have to
no,
glue it.
they
as
just
well.
glue it as well. So I'll get original Gengas all the time that are missing some of the text. Like this
yeah,
is
yeah,
right
yeah.
here. So we
Yeah.
lost some of
It
the
fell.
text here. Yeah, it fell off at some point in time because the glue gets old. There's wear and everything. Aging.
Mishandled. And
Mishandled.
falls off.
So this guy Yasuyuki, super charming, friendly, elderly gentleman, was so appreciative. Brandon was translating a bit for me, and he told him that I was a mangaka, and his face kind of lit up, and I
Nice,
showed
nice.
him some of my art on my phone, some of the Godzilla covers and stuff I did, and he was very responsive, and we were bowing a lot to each other. And as we were leaving, we were bowing a lot to each other. But really, really friendly, sweet guy. And I didn't plan on buying originals in Japan, but this couldn't pass these up.
Well, you cannot pass up on R2D2 blasting Vader in the belly right here. And this Death Star with the legs. What's going on over here?
I know.
I don't remember R2 having that.
I don't remember him having the drill or the laser shooting out the top of his head.
Yes.
It's just amazing. There's a stormtrooper over here getting blasted.
Yeah. Super fun, man. And just, like I said, these character expressions, I just love it. It's great.
There's a lot of life in these pages.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
And I wanted to ask you real quick, are these notes?
Yes, so these are notes on the, let's see, we're at page 1, 2, 6. Yeah, these are just notes on what is going to come after in the story.
He's got a piece of glass in his eye.
Yes, that was another one that attracted my attention of like, oh, there's some destruction here, there's some eye gouging. You got everything you want.
And people watching a sexy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of everything in there.
There's a lot of storytelling.
Amazing, amazing. Dave.
Well, I'll keep it art from the same artist. I bought 2 pages that I went with Bombast, and I really dig these pages. And Jim, I think, grabbed this one first, and then you were like, oh, you can have that. I don't know what's happening here, but I just, the lines. I got it for the lines, and it's a splash page, and it looks really dope. And then this is a transformation, I think, from his wrestling manga. This guy's going from whatever he was before. The muscles are bulging, there's screen tone, there's text, there's whiteout.
He's like, God damn it, show!
These 2 pages really jumped out at me.
And he's wearing the gakuran, which is the classic high school uniform. So he's we know he's a high school student, transforming, becoming ripped, and he's got this Ultimate Warrior.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah, face makeup going on.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, what a rush. And then this, I don't know what's going on there, but I mean, how could I pass something like that up in the same way that Jim couldn't pass those pieces up? It's like, what's happening here? I don't know, but I like it, and I can make it up if I want. You know, he could be really constipated, and he's finally getting that release. I don't know, what's he saying?
He's saying like figure de tsurunayo. I know tsuru means like to fish. So like something about like because I don't know this context, something about like don't fish for the figure. But then he's saying like I want chocolate or juice or a manga. A manga magazine. Yeah.
So maybe this is like an opening page.
Manga zashi mare, so zashi means magazine. So he like wants chocolate, he wants a juice, or he wants a manga.
This guy's a crazy manga maniac.
Yeah. This is a
Wait,
crazy
so
manga
he's
mate.
us.
So he might be you.
Yeah. Give me juice, give me chocolate, and give me manga.
Yeah, man.
I might actually frame this because I think it would just be a real cool thing to have on the wall. And this one, because it's like, it's got a little bit of everything. Everything you want on a creative page, from the, like I said, the zip, but he's scraping off zip to do that energy effect, and then
The whiteout.
Getting
the white
into
energy
electricity with the I love that. That's great.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I love the hatching. Just I thought that was a zip when I first looked at it, but seeing that he actually drew all that out is really cool.
This here,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like for for an original page, that's really what you want. You want a little bit of everything. There's a lot of craft on it.
And for all these lines, if you wanted to, you could get just line zip, right? But instead, he's hand drawing it with a ruler, obviously, and then like painstakingly making all the lines triangular, slightly triangular, you know? Seems time consuming.
Yeah, that's like a classic Kirby trope, that explosion of energy. And each inker approaches that differently. If you're steady hand, you could do that with a brush. Some people do it with a ruler. Some people double back and add the line weights. That's like a lot. But it looks like he's just hitting it.
Just hitting it up free?
Confidently.
Well, I feel like that era of inker would be really skilled at just getting marks with a ruler, either with a pen or with a brush. Like, that's something they practice.
And that's probably something that they have an assistant that's very skilled in it doing, right?
So yeah, I mean, he had 2 stacks of must have been 400 or 500 pages on each stack. I mean, they were like 8 inches tall.
What were the prices on those like?
1,000 yen per page.
Dang! So you're paying like $7 per page? That's crazy. That's crazy, and that's a day's worth of work. Yeah. That man worked a day on that page, you know?
Yeah, it made me, I mean, I'm always telling artists in general to raise their prices of their original art, but I'm really telling Japanese artists raise the price of their original art.
It's too much.
It depends on the market, whatever, we don't have to get into that, but it is a thing of like, you can just come over here and buy originals. And it's just a fun thing to have, man. Like, I'm keeping them in my collection, and that's for my studio for sure.
Well, it's the same thing. Yesterday I went to the Kensuke Kage exhibition, got to meet the man himself for the second time this year, and I picked up a whole one shot of manga Genga original pages, and reasonable. I mean, reasonable. And even someone as famous as him, I think that at the end of the day, they came out to, $50 to $100 per page. Plus, he threw in some original art, signed some books for me.
Nice.
We got photos together. I mean, these guys are overly gracious.
Yeah, the stuff you got is incredible.
Oh, dude. I will be showing it at some point, my friends. Dave, what do you got, man?
Well, I'll start off with, I didn't get any original art, but this is an individual image that caught my eye.
Here, let's do this. Hey! And yes, this is a Penthouse magazine. This is the import. So there's 2 Penthouse magazines. One's Japanese made, so it's Japanese models and Japanese content. And then one is the import version, which is this one, which was imported and translated.
Okay. This actually has Japanese models in it. And I was kind of surprised with the things I found in it. A lot of it, most of it we really can't show. But if you flip to the page I marked, the first one.
What year this is?
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask that too. What year?
Oh, here. So this is November of, sorry guys, 1984.
Wow. Okay.
November 84.
But this caught my eye. This Katsuhiro Otomo Canon ad.
It's amazing.
So he did a lot of ads for Canon. He did some for, I believe it was Casio watches, because they did some Akira versions of the Casios.
Okay.
And then he got really into single track bike racing.
Okay.
And he did a whole bunch of ads for like the bike races that you can go to. And those, like the boat races and the horse races, you can bet on.
Oh.
So I have a feeling that Otomo's out there doing a little bit of gambling.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Fun.
yeah. He's done a lot of commercial work.
That's so cool. Yeah. Yes, I've seen that in print. I think in a poster book or in a collection of his illustrations, but I've never actually seen it in print in a magazine. So.
And this is amazing. What is this right here? It's
Giant
just
ship.
Who knows, man?
I wonder if he created an entire story for this. Like, what are these designs for if they're not part of a like? How do you design this without having a reason to?
And I mean, there were land speeders like type things in Akira when they're in the sewers, right? So he's taking that like kind of design and image and just adapting it for the Canon ad.
Yeah, it makes me wonder though, what did the ad execs at Canon think when they saw this? Like, sure, this fits our camera.
Yeah, well, like definitely at the time, Otomo had blown up. What did I say, 86?
84.
Or 84? In 1984, I mean, on like Akira, Harmageddon, like all the Domu had already come out. I mean, he was on TV, he was on variety shows. Yeah.
He's a star.
He was a star. He was a manga star already.
That's so cool.
What if this is unused production art from Akira?
Could be. It could be.
Right? Couldn't this be?
That could be.
That could be
K and Kaneda. It
Yeah.
possibly could be.
And all you have
Tweak
to
it
do
a
was draw
little.
the camera.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do was because this, when you said that about the land speeders and Akira, I'm like, yeah, this is probably, it would make sense to me. Like, oh yeah, let's just give them this. I'll draw a camera in there.
Yeah, and I mean the hairstyle isn't so far off from Kay.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, she had more of like a bowl cut kind of thing going on, but still simple, short.
It's blowing in the wind.
Yeah, it's blowing in the wind.
And one other thing, if we have a second. There's another bookmark in the back.
Oy.
Covered up some stuff. But yeah, this is just speaks to the pen nerd in me. I love the fact that there's a rapidograph ad in there.
Oh, that's so cool. Check out the spacecraft.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's
That's
that?
what I went to with the German flag. Oh, because it's a German company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
YouTube.
all black casing on the pen is just sexy.
It is very sexy. But you too can draw cool airship things if you get this pen.
You know,
We all, as kids, as teenagers, saved up our money to buy our first set of rapidograph pens. Like, you remember that moment, Dave?
Yeah.
And you bring it home and you're like, this is incredible. I'm going to make comics. This is the real tool. And you use it and you realize how annoying and unreliable the tool is because you have to keep batteries clogged, you have to keep cleaning them. It's a very sensitive pen. And as soon as Microns came along, Micron kind of like just wiped rapidograph off the face of the earth because you just use Microns and you just throw them out.
Yeah, and like, I have experience with the microns, and then you just get the different sizes, and then all
Jim,
purpose.
as a young person, and also to you, Dave, how does rapidograph come to you? Like, how do you find out about this? Like, was there a artist that used it that you're like, oh, so-and-so uses it, I want to try one?
For me, it was my friends who were upperclassmen. And my friends Charles and David. They would always talk about them. And it was always the thing of like Jim said, oh, I need to save up. Oh, I got one. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then a week later, it's clogged. Oh.
Yeah. Dude, my first set was a knockoff brand rapidograph, but it was a case of like 8 different sizes, and I used that for a bit. But then, either birthday or Christmas, like my mom and dad, like I got the full official rapidograph pen set because they were expensive even back then.
They
It's
were.
like $60-$70 for the full.
Oh, yeah.
set. When you're a kid, when you're a teenager, it's like that's like
That's a lot of lawn cement.
That's probably right.
So, but you know, you make the investment in your art, and it just had a feeling to it of getting it.
Yeah.
Was there a cartoonist though that you saw use it that you were like, oh, you know? I'm just curious because I never heard of these until.
Yeah, the comic shop I went to as a kid, the guy working there, Don Seacrease, I mentioned, I would see him inking at the counter as he was chain smoking and checking us out with art. But Don penciled that crazy Santa Slayer. Santa Samurai that Jim Lee wound up inking.
And that's his first work.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as a kid, I would nervously look at what Don was using, and I'd be like, that's how comics are made.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always kind of wondered that, knowing all these people that we know, like, how do you know what tools to start with, obviously, other than a pen and a pencil? You know, and it's stuff like this. It's like, this is a 1984 ad. You know, I never saw any of these ads because they didn't advertise in American magazines. You know, Sports Illustrated.
I'm going to have to find it for you guys, but Go Nagai, in partnership with another publishing company, did a book called How to Draw Manga. And it's got nibs, screen tones, inks, like just the whole process. And it has him drawing Devilman, I think some Cutie Honey in there. And then it's got other artists in there as well, other mangaka artists. And so you get like a nice like slice of life of what it was like to be a mangaka in the early 80s. Wow. Because it's a late 70s, early 80s book, but I got to get it for you. You dig it the most. You both would dig it the most.
I love that. And I'm going to show something later that reflects that, like manga about making manga.
That's the thing here. It's like manga about making manga is a whole genre of manga. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Love it.
All right, let's keep it going, boys. Yes. Well, we all went to the Amano Yoshitaka exhibition. I already put up a video about it, and I just wanted to, I'm not showing off the storyboards. The storyboards are insane. They're 30,000 yen. But this is so they're doing a 4K like restoration. Yeah, thank you. 4K restoration worldwide: Brazil, Argentina, America, Europe. Japan. And for the 4K restoration, they put out this movie pamphlet, which is, stitched binding, amazing, and has some artwork in it. It's got explanations of the movie.
It's gorgeous. So good, man.
I think West Coast Dave here has some Amano stuff to show us as well. But they put this stuff out, and I just wanted to remind everyone, Angel's Egg 1985, right? That came out pre-Angel's Egg. Just in 1984, they put out Amon Saga, which was an anime as well. So the manga came out and the anime came out at the same time. And Amon Saga is amazing.
Wow, just look at that first image.
He's like one of the most prolific people, period, to ever enter for both manga and anime, and also video game art.
I mean, everything from Final Fantasy, Amon Saga, Vampire Hunter D, which, I mean, I have to say, Vampire Hunter D might be one of the reasons I'm here in Japan right now. I mean, it was like Akira, Vampire Hunter D, Wicked City, like a few things, like anime growing up, because of course when I was growing up, I didn't speak Japanese. I didn't read Japanese manga unless it was in English. And then, so I was watching a lot of anime to try to learn some Japanese. And then it wasn't until later when I was in college that my Japanese got good enough where I could actually like read. So it really was like the anime and Japanese friends was a huge influence on me growing up. And Vampire Hunter D, so good.
Makes sense, man. I love how much black he's using on these pages. You know what I mean? It's not, a lot of manga can be open with just gray tone. He's not afraid to get in there and
just
Pop
dark.
things out.
But then he'll throw like a light panel in there, to break it up a little bit, so it's not too dark.
It's interesting to see how different his style for manga versus illustration is. Painting versus pen and ink.
Oh yeah. His mixed media style is like much looser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean his mixed media stuff is very like I had read that it's so abstract that everything for the anime had to be redrawn.
Oh, wow.
So when they did Angel's Egg, everything, like he's using watercolor and it's so abstract that everything had to be redrawn by assistants to make the Angel's Egg anime because they just couldn't use it.
Yeah.
They couldn't use the originals. It was more like, so he was like the guide.
Okay.
And the assistants were like doing the cells. They're doing the doga, the original art and stuff based off of their interpretation of his art.
Right.
I wonder how you tell him that. These are beautiful, but we can't use them.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's concept art, yeah.
Yeah, so what did you guys think about the exhibition?
Fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful. Incredible.
I mean, Angel's Egg. And the cool thing about Angel's Egg, if you do go see it in the theater, if you're overseas, then you get it subbed, subbed or dubbed. But there's not much talking in it. There's it's just a vibe. It really is just a post-apocalyptic vibe.
Yeah.
I was really drawn to the looseness of his art for it. Just the way he wasn't like finishing hands. There was an immediacy to it that felt really alive. So
Yeah, for the minimal amount of lines, like the faces of his characters and the female characters especially, they convey so much emotion.
Yeah,
so much feeling. It's like, damn, okay, man, this guy. And we mentioned like our homegirl Peach is inspired by him. It's like I can see the legacy. I can see, the influence for sure.
I'd love to see an exhibition of his paintings. That I would love to see because I know he paints large.
He paints sometimes, but sometimes he paints some stuff that's pretty small. So Ed Piskor, Brian Moss, myself, and a couple other people, we went to an exhibition over. It must have been 2022 or 2023, and they had some of his original art, a lot of prints that were very overpriced. It kind of felt like whatever company was managing it was just doing a cash grab. But seeing his original art in large format, amazing. And then he did have some Gliclé prints that he had remarked. So those were pretty amazing. And he loves gold. He loves gold. I was just chatting with Jeff Darrow the other day. Uncle Jeff, love you, man. I was chatting with Jeff Darrow, and he went over to his studio, or to his house, to hang out with him and his wife. And Jeff was like, he had these giant prints, gold prints, that he had remarked all over, because he likes it fancy.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
see.
yeah. He likes it gold, man. Yeah, why not? And then not to hog the stage, but Vampire Hunter D, Dark Horse edition. This is the Asahi Sorayama edition. The same people that managed Junji Ito, and this is the best Vampire Hunter D as far as like quantity goes. The big oversized red one is great, but it's only like 120, 150 pages. This is like over 300 pages of Vampire Hunter D, an amazing book, and again, I mean, so much ink on the page.
Incredible.
It's like he might as well be drawing in white on a black page.
Just work white into black.
Yeah, right? Because he's just got so much ink on that page.
You can see some of this stuff is somewhat abstract and some of it's more detailed. I mean, it's impressive the style shift he can have.
But
Oh, yeah, man.
it really speaks to what you said about Angel's Egg. It's that his art is a vibe.
Yeah, it's more about the feel, less about the words, right? And it's the same even in the manga adaptation of the anime. It's like it's not text heavy. You know, it's more about the vibe. By the time you guys see this video, this will be gone, my friends.
Suckers.
His charcoal is amazing too.
Another thing about an anime or a manga without much dialogue in it is that makes it so much more universal. Like they're really relying on the images to tell the story, it doesn't matter what language you speak. Like it can reach anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's why his stuff translates worldwide so well. You know, because there's not a lot of people that, I mean, visually Akira, you know, story-wise, Vampire Hunter D, you know, like there's certain manga that could, or anime that can just, everyone can get it, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and then there's some that a little bit harder. Harder to sell. Great.
So
Great.
Perfect drawings.
Dude, okay, let's switch it up a little bit. Jim, what do you got?
Yes, this is a fun, random discovery at Tsuji Yamamoto. The book is called Ammo. But basically, we were at Nakano Broadway, and on the 4th floor in the pop-up gallery, there was a gentleman selling, it was prints and old tankobon of this series. And we just kind of stumbled in there and started flipping through these books, and this is exactly my vibe of like hot girls, ultra violence, incredible action, scumbag villainy. There's some weird, dark, like slight torture kind of stuff. There's a female character who takes off her panties and throws them at men to distract them, and then she kills them.
Nice.
But this guy can also just draw for days. He's a drawer, and
Oh my! Wow, that's amazing.
but yeah, here's a double page that we can show from Ammo, but just the skill of the actual drawing. But there's also like a cuteness to his female characters, but they're all just murderers. It's amazing. And some of this rendering in here, I almost feel like he's looking at Adam Warren, and Warren was looking at Matsumori Shiro. So there's these levels of inspiration and influence that I see in this work. But it's just fun as hell. It's really cool stuff.
Great angles, great car.
Yeah.
I mean, I always love a good vehicle, man.
Yeah.
You know, like someone who can draw a good car, a good like vehicle, and then, you know, guns and babes, man. It reminds me of Ueyama's Mitsuyoshi, which I've been showing off lately because I've been hunting them down, but also early 2000s, but voluptuous women kicking ass, you know.
And this is from the late 90s. And she's also wearing a fanny pack.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
But the lighting on the face is great. There's a slight shadow right under her eyes across her face. I really like seeing it. Draws your attention right to her face.
Yeah. There's some drawings of faces in the whole series that are just exquisite. They're so well done.
That's Adam Warren to a T right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Close up on the fanny pack.
Yeah, there's a lot of like I said, the panty stuff, crotch stuff. It's funny that, I don't know if this is a cop series or whatever, but just a straight action
manga, it's like, well, no, you have to have strange torture elements. There's panties. There's brutal violence. There's some sex scenes.
Fast cars.
Fast cars.
It's got everything you want. Everything you want.
Ah, that's sick.
Yeah.
That is good. And this is one that slipped by me. I mean, I've been collecting manga here for 23 years, man, and this is one that just slipped by me. But, you know, I always say it to everyone, 60,000 single issue tankobons of manga released a year in Japan. Wow. So 60,000 times the last 60, 70 years of manga being produced. There's a lot of stuff out there that I have just not found yet.
Yeah.
So like it's rad that you were able to find something that I haven't yet.
Oh yeah, I mean we just
Yeah,
stumbled into
man.
this.
So it's so cool. Now I know what I'm hunting for next.
Yeah.
It's something that we talk about though in the States. It's like you can be a comic reader and a comic collector for 40 years and miss something completely that blows your mind when you see it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be, because this isn't like outlaw underground. This was like mainstream manga. That was probably in a seinen magazine, and it's like it was accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was hard to find, and then still slipped by my radar.
Right. And like the X-rated stuff is not hardcore. There's nudity, there's some sex scenes, but it's not, like you said, it's not like underground, like this is triple X rated.
Yeah.
But it gives you everything you could possibly want in an action series.
And you know me, I love my femme fatale, female-centric,
That's my
badass chicks, man. Love me a badass chick.
Yeah.
That's great, man. But don't you have something else by this guy as well?
This, to me, this is like Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud, but the Japanese version. And it's the ammo dude writing and drawing a manga about making manga.
Yeah, it's called The Real Techniques to Manga. The Real Techniques to Manga. And of course by the same author, Yamamoto Atsuji.
I mean, so much so that's almost the same exact facial pose.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah. The nose is exactly the same, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is great because it's so like playful with
Yeah, this
how there is some stuff in it, like, but dude, just this page, it's like you can make a cat's face that rendered or simpler or more cartoony or like a child.
Yeah. Look at that. It's great.
And I'm assuming
Great.
this is him hosting the book.
Yeah, it's very self-referential, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but it's great because it gives you all these different ideas of lighting and using zipatone and all the aspects of it. But there's a thing in here where it's like, here's 8 different ways on how to shade breasts. In America, it'd be like, here's how you do anatomy with this one. It's like, think about this with the lighting on boobs.
Oh, there we go, right there. There's one. The lines that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, right.
Gradients.
Yeah, it's really great. And the fact that he's doing it and he has such a clean, fresh style makes it, even though I can't read it, it just makes it really enjoyable.
How to draw hair.
Yeah.
It's like, are there any like famous comic book, like how to draw comics?
There's
There are
How
a
to Draw
few, yeah.
Comics the Marvel Way. That's the most famous.
There's
famous.
Scott McCloud series, Understanding Comics. I think he did an Understanding Manga too.
He did.
And he did a Making Comics. And he and, is it Raina Telgemeier? Did they just put out a how to make comics for kids?
Oh, that's cool.
I forget
about
the
that.
yeah. I think it came out this year. I forget the name, but
Movie stuff.
yeah, there are things out, but I've never seen anything quite like this.
I think the thing that people really use to understanding how to draw comics in the U.S. is the artist editions. Like looking at that and figuring out like
That and YouTube now.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
between David Finch and everybody, Ink Pulp
Ink
Live,
Pulp, I've
like
heard of those guys.
we're all just making shows where we're doing live streams where we're just showing kids what tools we're using and how we're drawing.
And-
And they can witness it in real time. I mean, if you're a new artist now trying to come up, this is the golden era, man. Because like Dave and I were talking earlier, we didn't have this information at our disposal.
So back in the day, I mean, like now you can watch DWJ
yeah.
draw on
Yeah, sure,
Friday
sure.
nights
Yeah.
and see what nibs he's using, see what tools he's using and stuff like that. But back in the day, how did you find I mean, of course, like, how did you find the right pen? How did you find the right techniques? How did you find the right brushes?
Honestly, for me, it was just those upperclassmen I was friends with at high school, because they were the other kids at school who drew and who liked comics. It was them. It was you guys know QVC, the shopping network.
Yeah, the shopping network.
In the '90s, during the speculation era, the boom, they would have comic artists come on and show originals. So, like, I think it was Andy Kubert went on and showed photocopies of his pencils of, like, X-Men Fatal Attractions pages. And so I was like, oh, that's how they're penciled. That's the size. So it was just a hodgepodge of kids I knew, random stuff you'd find just like out in the wild. Like, you'd look behind a tree and there'd be like a stack of old comics or something. It was really wild. It was a wild time.
And then you just study them.
Throw in also the videos that Todd, Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, and Stan Lee all did together, where it was a videotape you could buy, and it's like an hour of them drawing.
The master
class.
Oh, it's amazing.
Staber. Yeah, Staber videos.
Yeah, and the Ramitas were both on QVC together too.
Oh my God,
yeah,
that's
father
right.
and son.
But John, how great is his drawing?
Yeah, his style is great, and like how to do a fight scene. I mean, how to shadow, make booby shadows.
Kill a bunch of people without shooting a baby.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot the baby. Don't shoot the baby. Don't shoot the baby.
Here's page 2. He was like, here's all the ways you can make a blast coming out of a gun. Gun blasts and stuff. Like, man, this guy's not messing
Yeah,
around.
sword swipe, gun blast.
This is an incredible book.
It is, and
not being able to read it.
Right, and there's so much personality on
poses.
every page. Yeah, that's fantastic. Every different angle of the knife.
What is this
amazing.
with the ninja cats?
Ninja
what's
cats,
going on?
man. It's like, this one's good, this is not good. Good, not good. Amazing, dudes.
Wow.
This
Yeah.
is an incredible book. I didn't see when you bought these.
Oh, that's so crispy clean.
Yeah.
So in Japan, we don't have guns, but we have a big model gun culture. So there's a lot of mangaka and animators that are super big into model guns because they're making either war, action, manga, and stuff like that. And so there's a whole market for it. Pose books, just guides to model guns, posing with model guns, you know, and like this is a whole subculture of it, which is directly used by mangaka to make manga or animators to make animation.
Sure. Yeah.
So I picked this up at Japan Comic Art Expo this weekend, and me and Jim both picked it up, and I didn't know what it was going to be like. We saw the art and we snatched it up, and unfortunately Jim had already exited the building. I got mine signed and remarked. I didn't realize that you had gone away. I was looking for you.
This is Sasaki Atsushi. Sorry, Sasaki Atsushi.
What's the name of this book?
I do not know. Kue no O, like the maybe if I'm remembering correctly, like the Eating King.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
but there's a better translation for that, for sure.
People
Yeah,
have
yeah.
called me that before.
Maybe Devouring King. Devouring, you know, devouring
like,
people. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like he's not. Look how ripped he is. He's not
Yeah.
eating shit.
No, he's not. So why don't we crack it open? Check out the remark and the signature on that first page.
Oh, dude,
It's beautiful.
look at that.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So this is his autograph and this is his name. Is that kind of how they do it?
Yep. So this is the character, or this is the title, and then this is his autograph, and then we have the opening splash page, and that looks all hand cross-hatched. Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous book with a lot of action in it, and look at the size of that sword.
Dude, just flip real quick to the next page. This is what sold me on it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Look at the brains, man.
Yeah.
Skeleton invasion.
Yeah. That's the first thing I flipped to, and it's like, you got my money, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so good. So dark.
It's got that Deadites feel from Army of Darkness.
I was gonna say Evil Dead, Army of Darkness
Yeah.
vibe to it.
The main character's abs are just getting me every page.
Yeah.
They're just popping out.
Yeah, you could cut granite on those abs.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's what he's doing.
Dude, it's almost got Miura vibes, like Berserk vibes, but you know the amount of ink on the page. I mean, that's what Miura's infamous for. It's just ink, ink, ink. You know.
He's just cutting them skeletons in half.
Yeah.
What else was at his table? He was selling commissions and
Yeah, commissions, and I don't remember. And there was some Ganga there, but
Okay.
I don't think it was for sale. Oh, look at this!
What is this? The
It's-
triple-headed. Yeah, man.
and I anatomy. We don't have to tell people what that is. That's just anatomy.
It's a
right
combination of two anatomies.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is wild.
it's really cool stuff.
So imaginative.
Yeah, it makes me. I wish I'd bought a couple of these.
He's like, it says right here, like, this must be hell.
Wow.
Yeah, this must be hell. And this is like total carnage, weird, like classical yokai demon going on here.
Again, very, very much Berserk vibes.
Yeah, Berserk vibes, right?
Almost like a Cenobite kind of thing from Hellraiser,
Mm.
or the Mouth of Sauron.
Yep.
Kind of looks like that. What
Oh, look at
what
that
a
hair.
splash.
My God.
Dang, dude. We used to call it, like, back in the host days in the early 2000s, the hair that hosts who worked at host bars had was called lion's mane. And it was like big, giant hair that these dudes would have. And this is lion's mane to the, like, on crack.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Look at that.
That's great. That, I mean, that looks like a cover right there.
Mm-hmm.
These originals must be just incredible to see in person.
And I'm assuming they're oversized because the book is a little. I don't know if this is done to size or.
I would imagine that it's standard like manga Genga size, so it's like it's a bit bigger.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit bigger and then shrunk down later.
It's just a killer looking book. And then the style changes a little bit. Towards the end of this, it gets a little like some of these pages seem a little bit simplified. Well, not that one.
Not that one. Not the Army of Darkness.
Oh wait,
Closing in.
I'm wrong. I think I was thinking of something else that got a little bit simpler. Jeez.
My goodness.
I like that. It's almost
Yeah,
like
that's
breaking
great.
the fourth wall
It's
with like
crazy.
the
Yeah.
blood dripping down the screen.
Yeah.
Mhm. The mastery of the ink, like just how well drawn this is. The different textures, the different like uses of hatching, it's just remarkable.
Maybe we'll be hearing this guy's name in the future when he does some big monthly that goes worldwide.
How was he an older gentleman or middle-aged?
No, yeah, middle-aged.
Middle-aged?
Yeah.
That means he's got career in him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like I love going to these art expos and these little pop-ups and these little events. For one, I like supporting new upcoming artists.
Yeah.
It's always important to me to like catch them when they're young, you know, catch them when they're like blossoming, and then like support them as much as I can. But then it's also nice catching the guys that are kind of they're at that point where they're almost doing it, but not quite there yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? They haven't been recognized. They're not in Shonen Jump. They're not in like Morning Magazine. They're not in these things, but they're almost there.
Yeah,
You know? And then those guys, like this, are the guys that I just love to meet and talk to, and they're accessible and they're friendly and they're hustling, trying to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Exciting.
interesting. This, but then there's that panel. You know, like that is almost feels like two different styles to my eyes.
She's like, King.
Kids love chains.
Those chains are sick.
Todd McFarlane's
Oh, this
school
is
was cool.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, now
it's a
I am
Hulk.
jealous that I
Oh.
did not go to this art expo. God, that's great. That beast is savage.
Wow.
I think I've owned Aiden Star before.
Oh.
I gotta, man, somebody check japanbookhunter.com. I think I have it up there. Yeah, that's rad. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was very happy with this find.
Dave Crossan, what you got?
I have some Futoboru Taka.
Ah, Futoboru Taka. Amazing.
I found a whole brick of them. I got volumes 3 through 8.
Mm.
And please remind me the mangaka's name again.
It's Kawasaki Noboru.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'd love to do a sports comic at some point, and I'm just trying to kind of wrap my brain around what kind of story I want to tell. And there's such a great history of sports manga here in Japan, and so I was like, let me just look for something football, sport I grew up with. So let me start there, and yeah, I fell right into this.
I love how they took the kanji for hawk, taka, and they made it into a hawk.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's so
Yes.
cool. That's so cool because it's
amazing.
like the line like this on the top, but they made the top of it like a hawk. That is sick.
So
That is
cool.
very cool.
Great design, but there's a cool picture of him right
Oh
there.
my God.
Oh, dude, how do I do it? How do I do it?
That
You
is
got it.
amazing.
Look at
That's
that
so
mustache.
80s. I'm assuming this is from the 80s.
Yeah, late 70s, early 80s, like I was saying, it was serialized in, I think, Shonen magazine in the 70s, and then Tonko Bones, this is 78.
Okay, so late 70s. That's a late 70s porn stash right there if I ever saw
Oh, dude.
It starts off with them. I think this guy is his coach, and he challenges him. He's like, "You got to prove your worth to be on the team." And they're just on a random football challenge, throwing the ball back and forth to each other through like an old Wild West town in the desert.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Look at all that movement.
Yes, yes.
So crazy.
So much ink on the page. And eventually they get to, like as they're going through the town, like the townsfolk are cheering for them. At one point, Taka's thirsty, and he crashes through a cow pen, and he's so thirsty they just like locks his lips on a cow's udder and starts drinking its milk. Like they go through this whole adventure through this town, like battling over this one ball.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
He's thirsty.
Yes.
He's thirsty.
Insane drawing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he goes. Right
Yeah.
here, right here, right here.
Right to the udder.
Right on the udder. Choo! It's the sound of sucking.
Yeah, the next next page, the cow's flipping out.
The cow's like, so good, so good.
But it's just wild. I think the next couple pages, these ladies make sandwiches for them, and they're like Taka. He's a good teammate, so he throws.
He's
his
throwing
opponent.
sandwiches to the opponents.
Yes,
Oh, there's the
yes.
sandwiches. Hell yeah.
And I think it ends with them just in the desert, exhausted, throwing the ball back and forth to each other until they both collapse and they grip hands in a triumphant like camaraderie.
Wow.
Like
it's like the end
like
of
the bros.
It's like the end of Robot Jobs.
It is. But it's just super cool. Like Taka is, I don't know if it's because like he's Japanese and I think he's in America playing, but he is like a foot and a half shorter than everybody. Like all the characters are drawn like massive, and he's like this little guy who's keeping up with them.
McKinsey,
Mm-hmm.
number 61.
They're exhausted.
Yeah. But Taka's got the stamina. They're going for the ball.
Mhm.
Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it?
Yep.
Love gets it.
Oh, how sweet. And then they start holding hands and they're just laughing. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Love wins the day.
Love wins the day.
It does, but
That is amazing. Sorry, Dave.
No, don't be. It's great. It's so cool. And then it's just Taka being the underdog, being like this little guy who just is working his ass off to get better, like getting beat up, getting up. He like gets knocked down, but he keeps getting back up, like almost like a Spider-Man type character. And then yeah, he I think by the end of it, like in his training, I think I marked the page. The coach brings him to like this secret room that says Taka only, and he's made him his own like danger room training area.
So that he can just do it.
Yeah.
Let's get in there.
But it's
Oh, look at that training area. State of the art facility.
Yup.
The danger room of football. Did you say he gets knocked down, but he gets up again?
I knew you were gonna let that go.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, the sports manga, always fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Would Slam Dunk be the most popular of them all?
Slam Dunk is definitely the most popular because Takehiko, you can go out to, I believe it's Saitama, to the school that it's based on.
oh wow,
And they have just his stuff everywhere there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's so
That's cool.
Yeah, but I knew like I said, I really would love to do a sports comic, and I knew I had to get some sports manga because they're all different. Like I actually got picked up Urasawa Naoki's Happy, the tennis manga, and totally different. like, and not all about tennis. I think that's the thing is, I don't want to fall into a trope of just every issue or every chapter of my comic being about, oh, they had a game, they practiced, they had another game, and manga is just so good about making these huge epic stories around the sport, and the sport's there, but it's not just about like a game and winning.
Yeah, I mean, with sports manga, it can go the way of Dragon Ball, where every chapter is a battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you want like to know the characters. You want to know what's going on, their love interests, their home life. You know, like a little bit more than just like what happens on the field.
Or let that story breathe. Yeah.
Dude, this is amazing.
Yeah, so thank you for turning me on to that, because
Yeah, man.
the minute
Yeah.
the minute you got me that name, I was like, yeah, I need to look this up.
Well, my last little pick of stuff that I've gotten recently, of course, is from Dave Crossland. Ego Rehab, man. Like, and one of the best things about this job is that I get to meet amazing artists, whether they're from overseas or they're customers or they're here in Japan, mangaka, animators and stuff. And anytime I can get something from overseas, especially by someone I respect as much as Dave, then I am gracious. So Dave, you got to tell me about this.
Ego Rehab is, well, first of all, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
What you
dude.
said. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
But Ego Rehab is the story of my inner child coming to rescue me from my chronic laziness. And he kind of slaps me around a little bit, like gets me in line, and then he forces me to start drawing a comic. And as I work on it, we're transported into it. And we go on this little journey where I have to face one of my demons.
Love the remark on the inner, like the inside here. Thank you so much. And the message. Oh, thank you so much, man. But getting into it. Like we've been talking all day about so much ink on a page. So much ink on a page, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's like you just can't stop.
That's the indie comics background. Is like you learn how to do black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Years of childhood Ninja Turtles comics.
Yeah, and we have the inner child here, and then we have you.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, I love anything self-referential. You know what I mean? It's like looking inside the artist's mind is always fun. Whether it's, you know, it could be like a Japanese, foreign, whatever it is, how to.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just some sort of like glimpse into like what you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
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 Do a good job of animating yourself. Like the animation of your face, like your face changing. Like you do a really good job of giving yourself a ton of great facial expressions.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Do you did you have any qualms or like trouble with like portraying yourself? Because I mean that sounds like it could be a little bit difficult.
It was a little challenging. I penciled the whole thing, and was like, "Oh my God, what have I done?" And then I took it to this friend at the time, and just asked her to read it. And she was like, "Whoa, you're really letting a lot out here." And then I just inked it and was like, "Okay." I just kind of took a deep breath and was like, "All right, we got this far. Let's finish it and put it out."
Nice. I mean, it's like kind of like putting yourself out here. Nowadays, we all put ourselves out there. You know, you kind of have to, you know, but doing it in art is different than doing it on a video or doing it on social media or whatever it is.
Yes.
But actually drawing yourself and the struggle of trying to do something and make something and make something well, difficult.
Yeah. It goes deeper. It feels deeper though too when you read someone's work like this, that you know they took the time. Because anyone can turn on a camera and be like, "This is my confessional of the day of why I suck," or whatever. But to actually sit down, examine yourself, and put ink to paper and the hours in, I feel like that resonates more.
Did you feel like this was therapeutic?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, it's just like really calling myself out for some of my hang-ups and some of my, I guess, lacking in the past. Yeah, it was definitely therapeutic to get it out. And then also, it really helped to do it in a kind of fantastical nature, because I didn't really, you know, go outside and fight some giant cat monster.
It's an amazing cat monster, though.
Thank you.
Seen videos of you fighting cat monsters.
We don't talk about that.
It's so sick, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Snarl.
But
Oh, yeah.
It was really fun to like fantasize, or I guess make a fantastical version of the world inside my head. And it's actually I've been writing new stories and like a continuation of this.
I was going to ask, is this something that you think you're going to stick with or move on?
I think I'd like to return to it. The first printing of this was in 2015, and so this past like few months I've been writing new issues and new episodes to start putting out, I guess, in 26.
I mean, of course, like you're busy with Solar Opposites. 5 years?
5 years, yeah. I was on Solar for
Dude,
5
5
years.
years of like, that's a full-time job. And then finding time to like actually make comics during that time, pretty difficult.
Yeah, it was challenging. I have a graphic novel I've been working on, like on the back burner. Like I would work on it in the mornings before I started on Solar, and so that was my main comics like fix.
Yes.
You got to make comics, but
Got to get it in.
Yeah.
Got to get it in when you can get it in, right?
amen.
Definitely.
But Solar wrapped up this year. We just had our final season premiered in October, and so now I'm just back on comics, back on illustration.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm still working on the graphic novel, and Ego Rehab is it's become my new part-time job.
It's amazing. I'm very excited. So like, you guys out there know me. Like, I don't read a lot of Western comics unless they come through homies.
Unless
you
we
know?
bring them physically to you.
You bring them.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to deliver them to me. Deliver them to me, everyone. Yeah. If it's not delivered to me, it's just not happening. You know what I mean? Because like I'm so knee deep in the manga stuff, and the anime and the art and the illustrations. So I just don't have brain space for it. But God, it's refreshing. It is refreshing to get, like your work, Jim's work, other friends that come through here.
Thanks, man.
And
Yeah.
be able to see something a little bit different for me.
Yeah.
Amazing, dude. Amazing.
Thank you.
And you have to, before we move on, you have to tell me about these character designs, this back section.
Those are just like random sketches I was making as I was building up towards getting the book out. I was like, okay, what's this fear, anger monster look like? The muse is based on I'm always drawing these warrior women's wearing like animal pelts and skull helms. And then that breaks down my challenge to make the book. It all started with, I just got fed up with myself. I had been working in cartoons for about 2 years at the time, and I just was so sick of not just not working on my own stuff, but just myself. It's like, bro, like, what are you doing? You know what you want to do. You want to be making comics.
Yeah.
Get to it. And so I sat myself on my balcony, my old apartment in Hollywood. I just put myself on my balcony like a little kid with a cup of coffee, a stack of paper, and a pen. And I just said, you can't go back inside until you write something. And this is what I made.
Hell yeah. Sometimes you got to force yourself.
Yeah.
Put yourself to a task.
About an hour and a half, 2 hours, I just did all those page breakdowns and just, when I was done, I was like, oh, I can go back in now and pee.
God, the petals remind me of some peach. You know what I mean?
see
She
that.
likes. That's just the way she likes to frame stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
Dude, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate
Beautiful
it.
stuff, man.
Amazing. What are these?
These are the scores of the trip so far for me. 2 old issues of TV Land?
Yeah, Terebi Rando or TV Land.
TV Land magazine. As soon as I saw this cover with Spidey, Japanese Spider-Man, I said, that's mine. It's going home with me. This one with Kamen Rider, it also has Spidey. But if you flip through these, it's like incredible full color ads, comics, anthology inside, different art, different styles. But basically just the historical significance of these is why I bought
And
them.
Terebi Land would do manga based off of the TV series rather than the manga series to
Yes.
promote them.
So there's Spidey comics in these, but it's the different style than what Spidey comics you showed.
Than the Ikegami Ryoichi ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, a totally different style.
Yeah.
Different artists, whole different crew.
And it's funny, man, because to me, the ones in this are like way more kid friendly, right?
Yeah, because
Does that make sense?
they made that because the TV shows were airing after kids got home from school.
Yeah.
So they were clean. There was no wanky.
Yes.
You know, there was,
Yes.
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were G.
Yeah.
Yeah, very G.
And Sean, do you want to flip through?
Yeah.
just a
Here,
little,
let's
just
take a
to
look at this one first.
Just to show, it's just for me. I mean, I'm mostly bought it for the visuals. It's just so incredible.
What is this? What is
the
this
toy
card?
ads.
Wow.
Amazing.
And man, all the inserts and stuff are still intact. So
Oh man, this is so good.
everything you want is still in here. Look at this stuff.
Look at that costume. So sick. Iga, Kolga,
I love those helmets.
Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
In one of these, there's even an ad for some sort of Star Wars stuff.
Well, I saw R2 on the cover there, so. Oh, and then what's this?
Oh, dude, fold this out. This is the money.
Oh, dude, this is the money
Look
shot
at that.
right here. Dude. That is so cool.
That's worth the price right there, just for that.
Oh, look at just the costume without anyone in it.
Yes, yeah. Spider-Man
Number 5.
Ghost.
Oh, dude. Oh, that's so good. His face is all
Deflated and weird. Yeah. It's like Nightmare Spider-Man.
Shout out to Uncle Jeff, who always draws his Spider-Man like this, with the costume that the fabric's not super tight.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he always has the creases. Yeah. Tokyo Comic Con 2023, he did the best Spider-Man drawing I've ever seen in my life, and just over the 2 days, and it was so amazing.
That's right,
so
drawing on the
amazing.
table.
Yeah, just drawing on the table, man.
I'd like to point out the web.
And also the slippers. He's wearing red slipper ninja.
Dude, those
Kung fu
might
shoes.
those might be ballet slippers.
Perfect.
And the net.
Oh, the net. Oh, dude, it's
It's
so
so
good.
incredible.
And he's not doing this. You know, he's doing he's
pressing a button
Yeah, he's
on the
pressing a
thing.
button on the back.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Amazing.
These old Terebirando magazines are just great. And everyone loves a late 70s Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yes. How could you not?
It just looks so damn cool, man. And the presentation of the whole magazine is just.
This is cool.
Dude, I gotta.
Like, who's he fighting here? Is this like a Doctor Doom?
And what's this big-headed? Like, oh, dude,
And
it's
this
so
thing
like.
is by the water.
Oh, Cyclops dude over here.
Is this tokusatsu or?
Yeah, it's technically tokusatsu. So Kamen Rider, Spidey. Like Spidey didn't really get like put into the comic, the manga. It's not manga. It's a comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But tokusatsu was so big in the late 70s and the early 80s that everyone was trying to find some way. So it's really modeled after Kamen Rider. So they just took Spidey and put it in a Kamen Rider situation, with a bunch of kaijin, like villains that are human-sized, not kaiju, which are oversized,
Go back real quick.
Oh, yeah.
What an amazing Photoshop job they did here. That kid is sleeping on the floor, but he's in the web and midair.
Well, and you got to remember that, like, back then they're hand cutting all of this,
yeah.
and they're doing like it's late 70s, right? Like I went to design school when I was in high school. And we would have to sit there and X-Acto knife, cut everything out and do layouts and
Before
stuff.
Photoshop.
Yeah, before Photoshop, man. And that's what all of this is, dude. Someone painstakingly got that sleeping ass kid.
It's incredible.
It's incredible, yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
So yeah, and I'm gonna see if this.
God, I don't even know if anything could top that.
While we're still on the Spidey thing, this one with Kamen Rider. Where was this when we were kids? There's an ad. You can buy the Spidey wrist gauntlet.
What?
We need to find
Oh,
those.
dude.
How insane.
That is so insane, dude.
There's one more page of the ad, too. If you flip that, I think it's...
This way?
But, I mean, come on. How incredible.
We need this immediately.
Yeah, we need matching ones.
So my question to you, Sean, is can this be found anywhere?
I don't think
in
it.
Japan?
I don't think it can be found. I think it was probably something that wasn't commercially available, but you probably bought through the magazine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like one of those boys' life back at the magazine type of things. So it's like there's probably not a lot of them out there, but I've never seen one in my life, and I'm out in them streets quite a bit.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing, though, right? It's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And then also, man, this book, this
The
issue,
secrets of the bracelet. Yeah, secrets of the bracelet. It's so cool. And then he opens it up here, and you get the guide to all the secrets, all the cool stuff.
And another deflated costume. It looks like the blow up pilot from Airplane.
And then why is Voltron in here?
Oh my god, it is.
Everyone is partying together.
Everyone, and like his eyes are all wonky.
Yeah.
And, dude, it's so good, dude.
This is so much better than.
And you know,
anything Marvel
half of the
did.
TV series was just shot in like a rock quarry.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Where they just
right,
like
yeah,
they just
I've
like
seen
throw these guys in
footage.
a rock quarry with costumes on and be like, okay, battle it out.
They did that all. They did that all the way up to Power Rangers in the U.S. It was always in a rock quarry.
Do you think
Well, it's
they're-
cheap.
For real. Do you think there are construction workers off to the side watching, just shaking their heads?
Yeah.
Like,
Just be like, what's going
Yes.
on with these guys in these suits? Well, there's a lot of like tokusatsu stuff, like Zeram. Zeram was shot in an abandoned warehouse. The whole movie, it's like kind of mushroom-headed, big guy tokusatsu film and stuff. Amazing special effects. Amazing like rubber costumes and everything. Like all real effects, no like CGI and stuff, because it was just pre-CGI, like in the 90s. But you don't see one sign. Vending machine, street sign. You don't see anything.
Right.
Because it's all shot in like an abandoned warehouse, you know? But they spent all that money on the special effects.
Yes.
So they just couldn't do it,
Yeah.
you know? Oh,
We don't
dude,
have
that is
time to set up
amazing.
these sets, you know. But I love all the different colored printing.
Oh, who's this Joker dude? Pro wrestler.
wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Again, so much visual inspiration in these. I can't wait to go through them more in detail. It's just so fun.
oh, and then we got Kamen Rider, man.
Wow.
Gotta love it. Ishinomori Shotaro, of course, the Kamen Rider creator. Amazing.
And so
Oh,
this issue came with the Kamen Rider action bag.
what
Which
is that?
snaps
What?
open.
Dude, we
So
are.
kids can carry their Kamen Rider like blueprints. Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
What
So,
is this
so you could write your like what grade you're in school.
Okay.
Write your name and put all of your original art that you drew of Kamen Rider in this little attaché case,
I love
dude.
it.
So amazing.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that was with the book.
Oh, that's so
was
cool.
the
I've
bonus.
never seen this. The action bag.
Yeah.
Never seen one of these before, but action bag. That's so cool with the fleur de
Fleur de lis.
fleur de lis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool,
I
man.
was just gonna ask Sean real quick. What year is this actual magazine from?
Oh, I'm
Is
gonna
this
have to look.
70s?
1978.
78.
Yeah, 78. Heyday of manga. Gekiga was blossoming. Like manga magazines were doing excellent at the time, and there we go.
Spidey.
Ass is up.
Is there a reason why the printing is in different colors?
So this kind of we like to call the jump style of colors of like single color stuff is because the Japanese printing in Japan is infamously poor quality. So the one way to make it look better is just to switch up the color, but you're still doing single print. So you make it orange, you make it blue, you make it red, and it gives the illusion of color.
Yeah.
But you're not getting any color. You get a couple splash pages at the beginning,
Yeah.
you know, maybe like 10 pages here, a splash there and stuff. But basically, it's because they're trying to keep costs down. Just trying to keep costs down. And I love the paper feel. Oh, look at that. Oh, so cool.
Look, that's that Doctor Doom character you pointed out.
Who is that guy?
Yeah, with the half robot face, half human old man face.
Wow, looks like Mr. Boogedy.
Oh, so cool.
You know what I mean?
man.
The style of this, more cartoony, more kid friendly, right?
Yeah. There's no Shinjuku weed parties.
Yeah, right.
But they do have a cool
But they do
fight
have,
scene.
like, yeah, Tokyo Tower,
Yeah,
you know?
that's some real peril. They're falling to their.
Where's the monster?
Nice.
Let's fight again.
Dope.
Let's fight again.
Yeah, man.
Ends with him calling out the villain.
And then Kamen Rider. That is a great pickup. I know these are not cheap.
No.
So
No.
definitely a holy grail of this
Yeah.
trip.
I'm never gonna see it again. I pulled the trigger and buy it.
You just gotta do it, man. Sometimes you just gotta do it.